Ladies and gentlemen, please take your seats. The program will begin momentarily.
Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome back SAME President Mike Blunt, fellow SAME.
Well, here I am back again with my best friend, the teleprompter. I was thinking about the teleprompter this morning in General Semonite, and I just can't imagine that he would put up. Sir, would you put up with the teleprompter? I can't imagine. Unfortunately, Ann McLeod is very controlling, and she wants to make sure I say what she wants me to say. And so, again, she's told me that I have to follow the teleprompter. Sean runs it in the back, and he knows I ramble for a bit in the beginning, so he's very patient. So to keep with my theme, tie this morning, I'm wearing an SAME tie. Today is a big day for SAME. Today is really Sal, I told you I'd do that. Sal. I told him I have a mental block with his last name. I have it spelled phonetically right here. Sal. Today is Sal's day. It really is. This afternoon, he takes the con, and I couldn't be more excited. Sal has been chomping at the bit to get this position because I know he knows in his heart that he's going to do great things for SAME over the next year. So Sal, I'm really looking forward to it. It's tough when you transfer command because you think you've done a good job, but then you see what the next person does and it's humbling. And I know I'm going to be in that boat. Today is truly my favorite and least favorite SAME event. It's my favorite because I love watching what all the posts and committees and councils have done, the energy in the room, because this group is truly thrilled to be here, and you want to brag about what you've done with your posts and regions, committees, and councils. It's my least favorite because Wednesday night is usually a pretty good night for the conference. And as normally happens, I fell for, one more drink. One more drink at the bar. And so it leads to kind of a groggy waking up. That's okay. Okay, I'm shifting now. I'm going to the teleprompter. So just realize that I'm just reading what Ann wants me to read. It's all good stuff. But good morning, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you for joining us. I ask you all, please stand for the Pledge of Allegiance. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. I want to thank all the sponsors of JETC. We could not do this without you. This event is made possible by your support, and the sponsors for the award breakfast are CDM Smith and Parsons. Is anyone here from CDM Smith and Parsons? If you are, please stand. All right, we have one. Thank you. Two. All right. I think you all know SAME is a collection of vibrant posts, and the cornerstone of SAME are our posts. When you see the collective impacts this morning of our posts in our regions, you will truly realize that we're one society of posts that are relevant to the communities and work towards a common national direction. The SME Streamer Program helps us guide posts to achieve great things. In 2016, 105 posts achieved 331 streamers, which is 42 more than awarded in 2015. There are 49 posts named Distinguished Posts. That's amazing out of 105 posts. Last year, SME awarded more than $920,000 in scholarships to 825 college students across the nation. The Society provided over $321,000 to STEM programs for students kindergarten through high school. Our posts every day are participating in community service, supporting troops and their families, assisting veterans, and other great causes. But before we hear about the posts in the regions, we'll recognize several individuals from SAME's committees and councils. I passed to everybody. That is the best place to get active. Good, Sean, thank you. It kept rolling there. I was going to get lost. The best way to get involved and engaged nationally within SAME, we have a lot of folks get involved locally, and then they get a taste, and they want to go and get engaged nationally, is with our committees and councils. Our committees and councils are always starved for active members, and there's a big difference between active members and on-the-roll members. They need people who are going to get engaged and involved, and we have so many. But if you're out there now and you say, I would like to engage beyond the local level, jump on a committee or council. They're a lot of fun. These groups offer members a chance to engage nationally. Can't you tell when I change? Can you tell the difference? Ann writes much better than I do, obviously, but you can tell the change. So they offer a chance to engage nationally with other professionals focused in a particular area of interest and demographics within the AEC community. These groups help SAME's collaboration with other professional associations and create opportunities for members and posts to support and give back to the profession. I really encourage you to get out and be part of a committee or a council. Also, if you want to, and you want to learn more after today's presentation, stop by our booth, the SAME booth. We can give you as much information as you'd like to have. And now to recognize some of the outstanding individuals, I'd like to welcome SAME Vice President Kurt Ubeholde. I have a mental block with his name too. Why do we have these vice presidents with such hard names? I don't know.
The morning after is right. A little different than last night, I apologize. For those that may have seen. Ladies and gentlemen, we are extremely proud of the many accomplishments of SAME's national committees and councils in 2016, which were displayed on the slides during breakfast. These accomplishments would not be possible without so many dedicated leaders and volunteers. We're going to recognize a few members who were significant contributors. Two individuals selected for recognition couldn't be here with us today. Stacy Harada for outstanding support to the Facility Asset Management Committee, and Chris Knutson for outstanding support to the International Committee. I ask that each awardee about to be named join us on stage as their name is called. For outstanding support to Architectural Practice Committee, Daphne Gurry. Daphne serves as a vibrant member of the committee's leadership team and is engaged in numerous initiatives, while also serving this past year as South Florida Post President. Congratulations, Daphne. The next individual has an impressive and long tenure with the Society. I'd like to recognize Buddy Barnes for outstanding support to the College Outreach Committee. Buddy supported the committee as vice chair and senior post mentor for over 3 years, facilitating and leading panel discussions for multiple student leader workshops and as an ambassador for the committee. Congratulations, Buddy. Next, Darren Amick is being recognized as a superstar for the Credentialing Committee. Darren has brought a combination of vision, passion, and drive since joining the committee in 2014. He was instrumental in connecting SAME and the Engineers School with the National Center for Construction, Education, and Research. He led efforts between NCEER and the Engineers School to credential 8 Army Engineer MOSs, and also connected SAME with Next Stop. Congratulations, Darren. For outstanding support to the Energy and Sustainability Committee, I'd like to recognize Bill Naughton. Bill joined the committee this past year and immediately stepped into several leadership roles. He volunteered to co-chair the review committee for all energy-related abstracts submitted for JETC and the facilities management workshop. Congratulations, Bill. Next, I'd like to recognize Cindy Miller for her continued support to our future leaders through the engineering and construction camps. Cindy has worked tirelessly to restart the SAME Navy Camp, as well as supporting our Marine Corps camp and the Atlanta Post's Exploring Engineering Academy. Congratulations, Cindy. For outstanding support to the Environment Committee, Tim Fitzpatrick. Tim stepped in to provide leadership during the transition of committee chairs. He currently serves as Vice Chair of Webinars and Education, leading the coordination of all Environmental Committee education activities, bringing forth pertinent topics to our members. Congratulations, Tim. For outstanding support to the Resilience Committee, Gary Gordon. This award is in recognition of his leadership in both the development of the Resilience Committee's JETC technical track and the program planning of the committee's resilience workshop held in April, which has helped set the direction for the SAME posts in this vital national security area. Thank you, Gary. For outstanding support to the Small Business Council, Jayla Pine. Jayla served as Council Secretary for 2 years, published the Council newsletter, and organized and maintained the Council's meetings. As she transitions out of the industry to pursue her personal goals, we wish her the best of luck in her future endeavors. Congratulations, Jayla. Next, I'd like to recognize Danielle Barner for her exemplary service as the Young Member Council's Assistant Vice Chair for Conferences. Danielle worked to develop a robust Young Member program at both the Small Business Conference and JETC, spearheaded a survey to help shape the JETC program, and marketed and reviewed stipends for young members. Congratulations, Danielle. Last but not least, I'd like to recognize Hal Ballback for outstanding contributions to the SAME STEM initiatives. For the past 16 years, Hal has worked diligently to build a STEM program for SAME through abundant initiatives and strong support. Congratulations, Hal. Ladies and gentlemen, a round of applause for all of our recognized council and committee awardees. At this point, I'd like to take a moment to recognize the committee chairs whose terms have ended and introduce their replacements. For the Small Business Council, Clarence McAllister is being replaced by Patricia Bonilla. Clarence, thank you for your service as chair, and Patricia, we're excited for your leadership. Welcome. We'd like to recognize Air Force Lieutenant Colonel Matt Altman. Good to have you here this morning, Matt. Fellow SAME, for his tremendous work in expanding the leadership team of the Young Member Council. Matt has really taken the Young Member Council to new heights. Thank you, Matt. Matt is being replaced by Lisa Thaley. Lisa, we trust you will carry the Young Member Council forward with the same enthusiasm as Matt. Let's give a warm hand for all of these individuals who volunteered their time and talent to SAME. Now I'd like to introduce to the stage the other SAME Vice President, Retired Air Force Colonel Marv Fisher, Fellow, SAME.
Well, even before I get started and get on this teleprompter, I think a big shout out and a thanks to Kurt Uberlodi. Great job over the last year helping our committees and councils in his role as a vice president. So Kurt, thank you so much. Okay, well, good morning, SAME. Okay, let's have some fun now. You know, it's okay to shout out and have a little fun with this. So let's have some fun as we recognize our regions. I'm very thrilled and honored this morning to be here to highlight the accomplishments of our 17 regions. While I'm doing that, I ask that everyone in the audience who represent that region come to the stage for a group photo and to receive your streamers. I ask that the regions just stage themselves to my right while the prior region is on stage. And please, don't wait on someone to call you. I think there's a listing on each table so you can know when your region's up. So please come to the stage and queue up for the next. So with that, let's get started. And I think we need South Atlantic and then California. I think you're going to be next. The South Atlantic region has 4 distinguished posts and a total of 33 streamers, the most of any region in 2016. 5 posts held industry days, small business forums, or a combination of both, providing opportunities for their members. The Atlantic Post co-hosted and helped run the annual Exploring Engineering Academy at Georgia Tech with the Boy Scouts. Fort Benning Post jointly hosted a STEM honors camp with Columbus State University. Savannah Post supported Operation Homefront to provide backpacks and supplies to children of Fort Stewart and Hunter Army Airfield. The Jacksonville Post hosted its annual Engineering Career Day, hosting over 45 middle and high school teams. The Space Coast Post sponsored the Solar Decathlon Team Daytona Beach, which competed with a project called the Beach House, a forever home that enables sustainable living. Robbins Post re-energized the Mercer University student chapter. One of the initiatives they participated in was a project that modifies off-the-shelf electric riding toys for special needs children. A big thank you to Alan Watt for his service to SAME as the RVP for this region. Alan, are you up here, Alan? Alan's up here. Okay. Alan. Where's Alan? Alan, raise your hand. Alan. Alan, raise your hand. So big shout out for Alan today. And Cindy Miller will take over as the new RVP for the South Atlantic region. Cindy, raise your hand as well. Cindy, raise your hand. Okay. Take a picture. All right, way to go, South Atlantic Post region. The California region has 5 distinguished posts and a total of 30 streamers this year. Our colleagues in California were up to a lot in 2016. 4 posts awarded more than 6 scholarships to STEM and engineering students. The Orange County Post created a new event in 2016 called Transition, Military to Career at Camp Pendleton. The Oxnard Ventura Post participated with 14 other engineering societies during Engineers Week. The San Francisco Post hosted a disaster resilience workshop that brought together local, state, and federal agencies. The Sacramento Post volunteered at the Rebuilding Together Sacramento event and the local DoD Star-Based STEM program. So again, a big congratulations to the California region. Yeah, you got, baby. Okay, the South Central region has 6 distinguished posts and a total of 29 streamers this year. The Society's newest post, Tennessee Valley, was founded in April 2016 and just celebrated its first anniversary. The region provided over $73,000 in scholarships to 38 students. The region boasts strong involvement in STEM programs, including Girls Exploring Math and Science, bridge building activities, volunteer judges for STEM Posium, and providing 30 computers to a local program for its STEM program. In Pensacola, the Post joined with its neighbor Post to co-host a successful industry day. Bob Kaiser will take the reins of the RVP from Bob Sidoti in this region. Thank you to Bob, and by the means of that, both Bobs for your new role. And so Bob Sidoti over here, Bob Kaiser, Keiser, right here. Hey, I can get Najimian right, Keiser. Okay. You get a big crowd from Texoma. Good morning, Patrice. Thank you. Somebody sit up here. Texoma has 5 distinguished posts and in total took home 28 streamers this year. The new Concha Valley Field Chapter was formed associated with Goodfellow Air Force Base near San Angelo. The region's newest post, Fort Hood, hosted an industry day. The San Antonio Post supported 15 STEM and 7 Wounded Warrior events, and that's amazing, and graduated 13 members from its Leadership Lab mentoring program. The Post also awarded $35,000 in college scholarships. That's also amazing. The Little Rock Post sponsored a STEM program for Springdale High School that built towers depicting the wind speeds of hurricanes and tornadoes. The Tulsa Post annual USACE Contracting Opportunities event drew over 400 attendees, and it hosted the first SAME Post Issues Workshop. Following a 3-year term as RVP, Steve Hauser, who could not be here today, he had his first grandchild this weekend, is passing on the reins, and please welcome Air Force Brigadier General Patrice Melanson as the new RVP for Texoma. Patrice, right here. Turnout this morning. Summer, you should have been up front. All right. The Mid-Atlantic region is the 2016 top region for SAME, with 5 distinguished posts and a total of 27 streamers. In 2016, Middle Atlantic continued to focus on STEM and outreach with active programs at each post supporting 44 college students with scholarships. Each post held an industry day for a combined attendance of over 600 people. In the spirit of giving back, the Mid-Atlantic Post volunteered at soup kitchens, Clean the Bay Day, Toys for Tots, and the Fisher House. And the DC and Nova Post partnered in the first time on the DC Leadership Lab, matching members with fellows for a year-long experience. So congratulations to the Mid-Atlantic.
You got it.
I know, but you know, you can't hear, but there's too much noise behind me. So I'm letting them sit down. They're all talking and I can't hear. Yeah, but they were all making noise before, so I'm gonna let them kind of get up here and sit down. Okay, come on up. The Missouri River region has 3 distinguished posts this year and a total of 22 streamers. Fort Leonard Wood members participated as judges for a state robotics championship. The Greater Kansas City Post Warrior in Transition Committee assigned military members in transition at Fort Riley and Fort Leavenworth. The Omaha Post completed its 23rd consecutive year of student mentoring programs, honored the accomplishments of 20 high school and 19 middle school teams. The St. Louis and Scott Post co-hosted a fundraiser trivia night and silent auction to support Missouri Patriot Paws, which sponsors physical and emotional support service dogs for veterans returning home suffering from PSD. So again, congratulations. Next up is the Pacific region. The Pacific region has 2 distinguished posts and a total of 19 streamers this year. Highlights from the Pacific Rim include establishing new student chapters at the University of Guam and the University of Alaska. And the region collectively awarded over $76,000 in scholarships. The Guam Post established the ACI Concrete Field Testing Technician Certification Program and plans to host the program annually. Anchorage doubled the number of monthly meeting participants over the course of the year. Japan hosted its first professional engineer symposium. The Korean Post is all about young members. They now have 6 young members on their board. So again, congratulations to the Pacific region. Good morning. How's everybody? Good morning. How are you? The North Atlantic region has 1 distinguished post this year and a total of 19 streamers. The Post collectively awarded $180,000 for 246 scholarship recipients. The North Atlantic region volunteered 772 total hours of community service, plus another 345 hours specifically to veterans programs. They provided over 16,000 hours towards STEM programs in their region. Jim DeJour is stepping down as RVP, and Sharon Kroc will take over as the new RVP. So a big thanks to Jim for his leadership, and welcome Sharon. Good morning. The Carolinas region has 3 distinguished posts and a total of 19 streamers. The Coastal Carolina Post helped host the SAME Marine Corps Camp at Camp Lejeune. For the 4th year, the Cape Fear Post participated in an outreach event to honor and support veterans. The Carolina Midlands Post went on 4 site visits of projects and installations in the region and awarded 6 scholarships to deserving students. The Fort Bragg Post supported math counts and future cities programs and established a Fayetteville Tech student chapter. The Charleston Post extended support to veterans with a donation to the Wounded Warriors Foundation through hosting a Quiet Water Warriors kayak event. So again, thanks to the Carolinas. Okay, Ohio Valley. The Ohio Valley River region has 2 distinguished posts and a total of 16 streamers. Really a big shout out for this first item. The Kitty Hawk Post, as you all know, is our host post for JETC this year. And what an outstanding job they have done. So a big thank you to the Kitty Hawk Post. Great job. The Kitty Hawk Post provided $15,000 in scholarships for STEM students and held an industry day themed engineering challenges in healthcare. That's an interesting theme. The Pittsburgh Post hosted an annual small business workshop featuring several government agencies. The Huntington Post increased representation and assistance for wounded warriors through the VA, USACE, and Marshall University Veterans Office. The Cincinnati Post established new collaboration opportunities with the USO and provided volunteer resources to accomplish site preparation for the upcoming wheelchair games. By the way, please visit the USO booth in Exhibit Hall to learn more. The Kentuckian Post annual small business workshop drew over 200 attendees. So again, congratulations to the region. The Great Lakes region has 2 distinguished posts and a total of 14 streamers. Here are some of their highlights. The Great Lakes region has been very active in fundraising, including the annual Chicago Post boat tour and several Post golfing events. Rock Island held a district engineer briefings webinar with 7 regional districts. The Minneapolis-St. Paul Post worked on a Habitat for Humanity project, as well as several STEM activities. Several posts sponsored SAME camp students and awarded scholarships to students who are pursuing higher education in engineering and science fields. Again, congratulations. Okay. All right, we got a big turnout from Southwest region. Come on. Good morning. Hey, how you doing this morning? Okay, the Southwest region has 2 distinguished posts and a total of 13 streamers. Highlight from the Southwest region, the Phoenix Post co-hosted last year's JETC. It also hosted a small business symposium as well as an infrastructure resiliency workshop. Great Basin Post toured the Weber Basin Water Treatment Facility and started a STEM micro-grant program for local junior high school teachers. Thank you to Sioki Gastelum Galvez for her tenure as RVP. Sioki could not be here today. And Rich Houghton will become the new Southwest RVB. So, Richard, thank you. Okay. Okay, here comes Rocky Mountain. Looks like they're going to photobomb Scott Jarvis in this. All right. The Rocky Mountain region has 4 distinguished posts and a total of 13 streamers. Post in the region awarded over $25,000 for 11 scholarships and sponsorships for engineering students. They sponsored 12 campers to SAME engineering and construction camps. They hosted Boys and Girl Scout engineering merit badge events where 112 scouts received their merit badges this year. They held the first Western version of the Symposium on Design and Construction Challenges for Hazardous Waste Sites with the EPA with more than 150 attendees. They facilitated the first Warrior Transition Workshop with the engineering battalions at Fort Carson. So great job, Rocky Mountain. Okay, New England. The New England region has 2 distinguished posts with a total of 10 streamers this year. Collectively, these posts provided a total of $86,000 in scholarships to college students. They volunteered a total of over 600 hours on a variety of charities. They supported student chapters at UMass Amherst and the U.S. Coast Guard Academy. The Narragansett Bay Post hosted the annual dinner for graduating Coast Guard Academy engineers. STEM was a big part of the New England region. They provided $23,000 in sponsorships for K through 12 students and another $20,000 for STEM team support. So congratulations. Good morning. The Lower Mississippi region has 2 distinguished posts this year with a total of 9 streamers. Here are the 2016 highlights. Collectively, this small region provided $10,000 in scholarships to 9 students. They volunteered more than 1,500 hours to STEM, veterans, and community service. A special note was the Memphis Post member, April Branch, a 7-year Sammy Camp mentor. That's amazing. Was honored with the 30th annual Black Engineer of the Year STEM Award. So congratulations to April. The Northwest region has 1 distinguished post and a total of 8 streamers. The Northwest is excelling with industry government engagement through events such as Meet the Chiefs, Meet the Primes, Meet the Agencies, and small business symposiums. A wide variety of programs are supporting STEM education, including career fairs, scholarship programs, and their annual Techno Bowl and Light the Fire. Student chapters at 4 universities are being reinvigorated, and there was an outstanding collaboration between large posts enhancing programs such as Warrior Transition Assistance, Design Excellence Awards, and the Small Business Symposium. Finally, last year, and this is important, last year, 60-year Sammy member, Bud Osei, of the Portland Post was presented the Bronze Order of the DeFleury Medal for his 7 decades of service to the engineering profession and the community in the Pacific Northwest. Sal, you're hoping you make it 4 decades, I think. The European region has 1 distinguished post and a total of 7 streamers this year. Our European post provided 78 volunteer hours towards STEM programs, 40 hours towards mentoring, and awarded 2 scholarships this year. The region came together to help plan and co-host the first Europe Region Engineer Capabilities Workshop in February, providing solutions to help COCOM engineers fill their capability gaps. Thank you to Navy Captain Rod Warden for his leadership as RVP, and Air Force Colonel Tony Hignett, and Tony's on the stage today, will replace him as the RVP. So congratulations, Europe. So I would like to personally thank all the RVPs this year. It's been a great year working with the RVPs, and your leadership and mentoring down to the post, I'm sure has helped in many ways. So thank you to all the RVPs this morning. So what great work has been done by all of our regions. Thank you for your time to invest in SAME to make a difference. Well done, everybody. Let's now turn to the top post awards. I have made a mention of the top region already, but now each year we will select the top post. So, the top post from each size category is based on criteria such as achieving all streamers with distinction, having growth in the post membership, and overall going above and beyond to support the SAME mission. The first post we will recognize is from the small post category, and for 2016, it is Central Virginia. Would Central Virginia post leaders please come forward? The Central Virginia Post is one of a handful of small posts that received all of the streamers and 3 with distinction. Central Virginia provided the opportunity for 2 young members to attend the Post Leaders Workshop to develop leadership and volunteer recruiting skills. As part of the recognition program, the Central Virginia Post hosts an annual member recognition program at the beginning of the year to recognize the accomplishments of their members. To continue to build outreach and awareness of SAME, the Post built new relationships with local governments and the Project Management Institute chapter. Congratulations to the Central Virginia Post for being the top small post 2 years in a row. The top medium-sized post for 2016 goes to the Tulsa Post in Texoma. Tulsa Post leaders, please come forward. The Tulsa Post earned all the streamers and 4 with distinction this year. The Post has done some outstanding things in 2016. In the spirit of growing engineers, the Tulsa Post supports a renewable scholarship of $1,000 per year for 4 years to the top graduating high school student applicant. The recipient is assigned a mentor from the Post, and they are responsible for meeting with the mentor to discuss academics and career goals. The Tulsa Post is active in succession planning and trains young members by bringing them onto the board of direction and including them in committees. Last year, there were 4 young members in leadership positions for the Tulsa Post. The Tulsa Post held Sammy's first issues workshop focused on extending the life of USACE's aging infrastructure. This first-of-a-kind event brought together sustaining member firms and government agencies to collaborate and resolve issues at the grassroots level. Great year for the Tulsa Post, and congratulations to everyone who contributed to their success. So again, way to go, Tulsa. The final top post from the large post category is the Hampton Roads Post, also in the Mid-Atlantic region. So Hampton Roads, please come join us on stage. The Post had an amazing year, earning all the streamers and 4 with distinction. Hampton Roads Post has 7 young members on its board. The Post has engaged and partnered with the Design Build Institute of America Hampton Roads chapter on multiple events. On the resiliency front, Hampton Roads conducted a meeting on sea level rise in the region. It discussed the collaboration between the Norfolk USACE District, the City of Norfolk, and the Commonwealth of Virginia in looking at flood risk, management, and initiatives to address sea level rise. Several areas where the engineering community can assist regional stakeholders in addressing sea level rise were presented. Congratulations to everyone in the Hampton Roads Post and the Mid-Atlantic region. It truly has been an honor this year to work with the regional vice presidents as one of the vice presidents here, and congratulations again to everyone for their great work, and here's to a great year of gaining momentum towards our centennial in 2020. Please, let's give a last hand of applause to these wonderful Post leaders who volunteered their time and talent to SAME. So congratulations to everybody. Okay, that concludes our event for this morning. So go have a great day here at SAME JETC, and we will see you around the conference hall.